I am back. My PC is back to its former glory. Former glory. Not really. I'm still having lag issues because of that Windows update, but still, let's continue. So this video is just an extra, so I'll finish this as quickly as possible. We'll talk about the two remaining weapons in the Heavy's arsenal, and which is the Holiday Punch and the gloves of raging and the gloves of running urgently. Oh, for fuck's sake. So let's start with the most useful weapon, which is the glove of raging which is the gloves of running urgently. Fuck that. It's a cool looking weapon with flames on it, but it's actually not for combat, even how striking the looks are. Don't get deceived. And here's the stats of the weapon. 30% move speed on wearer. This weapon holsters 50% slower, and maximum health is drained when item is active. To be honest, the weapon is fine as it is. It's a weapon that is well balanced, that is almost perfect. But if the stock is changed, so does the other weapons must follow. So the stats of the Groot, just to make it short because it's so frustrating to read the full name of the weapon, gloves of running urgently, with the new blocking mechanics are: Altfire performs a blocking stance applying damage resistance to all range damage, and 100% damage resistance to melee damage in front. 30% move speed on wearer. This weapon holsters 50% slower, maximum health is drained while weapon is active. Blocking removes all the stats of the weapon, except the holster speed of course. 20% damage resistance when blocking on front, minus 40% health from healers when blocking. You can still use it to run into front lines as fast as you can, but with the new balance, the weapon is slightly changed. The weapon can now block. However, when blocking, all the stats of the weapon except the holster speed will be removed, which means that when blocking, the movement speed and the health on drain will be removed partially. But the good side is that the weapon will not slow you down once blocking, which means that you can run with the same pace as the original speed of the Heavy. But the weapon will have a lower damage resistance in front just for extra measure. Next would be the Holiday Punch.
The weapon of mass destruction. The weapon that will make the world drop to its knees with its innocent looks, which forcefully makes you laugh.
何？お前はもう死んでいる。
Which the stats are: critical hit force victim to laugh, always crit from behind, on hit force enemy to laugh who are also wearing this item, and critical hit do no damage. Okay, the weapon is actually OP, which can stop any enemy. Even ubered enemies will be stopped on their tracks. It is one of the weapons which is heavily relying on random crits, which is not a good thing. Relying on luck will make the weapon even harder to use. So, how will we change this weapon? Here are the stats. Outfire performs a blocking stance, applying damage resistance to all range damage, and 100% damage resistance to melee damage in front, plus 30% attack speed. 4th successful punch in a row will always crits. Critical hit force victim to laugh, always critical hit from behind. On hit, force enemy to laugh who are also wearing this item. 100% damage penalty, or let's just say no damage at all. No random crits. Reset crit punch if not used for 3 seconds. 10% damage resistance from blocking in front. 10% slower move speed when blocking, minus 40% health from healers when blocking. Overall, almost all the weapon stats are still intact, and it's still useful not just for gags but for actual combat. The weapon will have a faster attack speed, and a 4th successful hit to the enemy will guarantee a crit. Other stats are still intact from the crit force laugh and the crit from behind and etc. But the weapon will have 0 damage. And if you're not attacking for 3 seconds, the successful crit punch will reset. The weapon's blocking resistance will be really low, but the move speed when blocking will be really fast. If you're curious about the reskinned weapon like The saxes or the frying pan, what will they look like if they are blocking? Well, simple. The heavy will have the regular blocking stance, but the weapons will be on the sides, just like in the picture. Well, that is all for now. This video is just an extra, just for the other weapons to be featured. In the next video, I will rebalance the base jumper as it was a recommendation from this guy in the back burner rebalance video. And that is all for now. Thank you guys for watching this video, and have a wonderful day.